Hi cuties! If no one has told you already today, I want you to know that you are glowing. For those of you who are new, welcome. I am Gem. In today's pick a card reading, we will be discussing what their true feelings are for you. In pick a card readings, you could view them how you like, you could watch the whole video, or just watch what catches your eye, as long as you take what resonates and leave the rest. Also know that every reader reads differently. I tend to read very candidly, so warning, there will be deep messages. Another disclaimer, I love psychology and it tends to come out in my readings, but I am not a psychologist nor a therapist. I am just your tarot friend on YouTube. Before we hop right into this video, I wanted to let you guys know I have many different ways you could help out the channel. One way is to watch this and give it a like or comment. Also, you could check out my Depop. Here's my Depop, where you could purchase anything such as crystals, decks, readings, and I also have an Amazon wish list of some desired things and a Cashapp as well. Know that all donations to me are extremely appreciated but not expected. I thank you just for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. So now let's cleanse our minds by taking a deep breath. Okay, ready? Alright, in today's reading, we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So pile 1, we're using the Dark Wood Tarot deck, and I actually had to pull 2 cards for this, just to get a better understanding of what this is asking. So with the World card in reverse, it's basically talking about how someone worked very hard for something, very, very hard to finish it, and right at the end they, give up and lose their energy and kind of just half-ass it. But so what their true feelings are for you is that, this person, whoever pile 1 is they're very extremely hardworking. They are always, they're looking to get things done, working hard, dedicated to the process, but possibly maybe they're in a rut right now where they are losing that determination. All right. Then for pile 2, we have the Firefly. So the Firefly is somebody who is quite inspired and has a lot of aspirations, but it is fleeting. Maybe they are losing also the light, some sort of like inspiration or awakening, possibly because they aren't going after it or they're letting an opportunity pass them. So one way, or what their true feelings could be for pile 2 is, so far, to help you pick this pile, is something is needing to be catched, or they need to, what could be done to support their precious elusive light, something that needs to be done. Maybe they see this person as someone who misses a lot of opportunities and doesn't chase after their dreams. So that could be pile 2. If you feel like that resonates, pick pile 2. And then lastly, we have for pile 3, Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is someone who is in the adjectives, we have insecure, dependency, dishonesty, or dissatisfaction. So possibly maybe their true feelings for you is that they feel a lot of insecurity about this relationship, or their true feelings for you, they feel very dependent on you, or feel like they can't be honest with you, or have some sort of dissatisfaction within this connection. So if that resonates, pick pile 3. It could also feel that maybe they feel that you are those things. So maybe they feel that you're very dependent on them, or maybe they feel that you're very dissatisfied with them, or feeling insecure with them, or being dishonest. So if that resonates, pick pile 2. Now let's get into this reading, starting with pile 1. Alright, so I'm going to, usually I like to shuffle the cards just on pile 1, just so we could get the arrangement of how it's going to be laid out for the rest of the readings. Oh yeah, if you've chose these 2 cards, this will be your reading pile 1 of how they truly feel about you. The first person I'm going to pick is going to be laid out here, just 3 cards, and then here 3 cards. And that's supposed to represent, this one is going to represent the person who is expressing their true feelings, and then the person 2 will represent you, my viewer. Some people see it differently when they hear the readings. You could, decide whichever, but that's how I'm going to talk about it and say, like, you or them. Okay, so first person, 1, 2, 3. We got the empty room. And then person 2, which is representing you. Two, 3. Okay, the mirror in reverse. Interesting that we have a lot of dark. It's very dark. A lot of it is dark, even like the tarot. Okay, that's gonna be 1 card. Then we're gonna pull Moonology and this, bring some color. Okay, so since we have Capricorn, you could be a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be though, because we didn't shuffle these. Okay, so we're gonna pull a card that maybe can let us know how they are feeling, or what their sign is. 1. Okay, I'm definitely getting Capricorn. And we have 2 Capricorns, so they're definitely in Capricorn. I don't know if I should take both. We'll just take both because I usually take the 2. And then mirror. Card that represents the mirror or you. 1, 2, 3. Taurus. I see green as well in here, so that kind of fits. These cards are so big. It's like, Jesus. I don't have any room for anything else. Move these up just a bit. And then let's pull a prism card. One, 2, 3. We got peace in reverse. I'm gonna have to rearrange these a little bit better. 1 for person 2, which is representing you. 2, rejection. Okay. Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Alright, let me rearrange these and then we'll pull your tarot. Alright, so that's how I'm going to lay it out. And then we're going to pull as many cards that we could fit in here. I think we could fit like 3. Asking how they feel about you. So, how do they show what are their feelings that they don't hide, that they show often? The empty room, them. I want to know about what their feelings are for you. So them, how do they show off their feelings? Like, what feelings do they show? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I could see that because that was at the bottom of the deck, and this one was also but I don't know if I should take that. I'm not gonna take it. If it comes out again, okay. So they're possibly waiting, or being patient, or waiting for something. they could be the one working hard for this connection. Working very hard. And maybe this is them, the Knight of Pentacles. They're working very hard for this connection to work. And maybe this person also worked very hard, but now they just gave up. And maybe it's because of rejection, or maybe they're scared of rejection or something. We'll see once I get a little bit more into it. So now their next thing is what are their true feelings now? How are they truly feeling now? This person could also possibly be very angry, or have some sort of, not very angry, but have some sort of suppressed anger because of rejection, or some sort of anger lingering. Okay, what are their true feelings that they hide? 1, 2, 3. Oh, excuse me? That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. It's so funny how people are like, tarot cards is not real. Bitch, look at this. I literally just said if this comes out again, then it's significant. And look what it did. It came out again. Witchcraft. Not actually witchcraft. I'm just joking. That was a joke. Okay, and lastly, what should we ask? We could ask, what do they want their feelings to be for you? Like, because you know how you can't control your heart, like, you can't control what your feelings are. What do they not want to have feelings for you, or do they want to have feelings for you? Like, because they see, like, a future or something. What do they want their feelings to be for this mirror? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, I know the upright of that is having hope and faith, so we'll see how that goes. All right, I think also we should pull some words as well, if you're okay with that. I think the more the merrier, just so we could really get to know what their feelings are. All right, so we're gonna pull 4. And we're going to do 2 for this person and what they feel, and then 2 for the mirror. So the mirror can finally respond, because I feel like it's mainly asking what they feel. I'm going to try to shuffle this. It's going to be incredibly difficult, but... Okay. Mother trucker. I apologize. I had the weirdest dream last night. I know you probably don't care, but I had the weirdest dream that I was on a cruise ship and the cruise ship was sinking and I was stuck at, like, in the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know. Very strange. Okay, the empty rune. What is something they would like to say, that they would like to say out loud? 1. Or what is something that they have said out loud? 2, 3. Okay. I miss you. Maybe this person has given up on this person. Maybe they have done the rejection. Because maybe something that they did made them upset and angry. What is something that they would want to say but don't say? I can't wait to be on my own in reverse. Okay. Usually I take that as, like, living with your parents, like, wanting to be alone. But that's in the opposite. We'll see. That could be that they want to, like, live with you. Like, they want this, like, relationship, or they want to be, like, together already. They don't like being alone or on their own. What is something the mirror would like to that they have said out loud, like they can say out loud and not afraid to. 2, 3. I want a hug. In reverse, maybe they don't want a hug. Or maybe it's more than a hug that they want. Something that they... What is something that they don't feel comfortable sharing that they are thinking about that is there? Oh, this card flipped over. Clean up your space. Maybe this person has a dirty space. Maybe they're very, like, messy. I could definitely see that. I don't know what it is with Capricorns, but I feel like most of them are, like, not, like, messy, but they don't really care to have, like, a messy space. Okay. Yeah, so let's get into this reading. Alright, so... let's start off with them, the empty room, whoever represents the empty room. So with this, a lot of the cards actually talked about a similar thing, which is pretty funny. The empty room, there's some sort of void that this person possibly has. They feel empty. There's like a void within them. It also is saying like, it said the abyss, the nothing. Like there's nothingness that this person is possibly dealing with. They feel empty. There's also like a lack of color here as well. There's like not much color. There's just a very little bit of orange. And that's like the orange usually represents with the color book that I have. Orange usually represents having energy and taking action or like going after something and pursuing something. And I think this person is also feeling this. Like, I think you guys are both very dedicated and are very hardworking people. But I think maybe this person has given up a little bit more. I think they are feeling very empty. Whether it was because of some sort of rejection. I didn't even read the card. So with rejection, I usually take this as the opposite of rejection. So being accepted or accepting something, or internal rejection since it's inward. So maybe this person is feeling internally like they would be rejected. So I think that plays a part with this, because I think this person may have possibly pulled back as well. There's more color here though, and I think that's also more showing that this person has lost their feelings or their emotion. I don't know why this is becoming so difficult to see, but they may have lost their feelings or their emotions, or they're not really they've like kind of like vanished a bit or pulled back. I think they still are trying, and like, but I think it's also because they're sad, and they're like sad and trying to possibly better themselves. I think the mirror may have rejected them or pulled back in some way, and this person is feeling the distance, feeling the sadness. They're missing you. I think they're also possibly, they have this like shadow self where it's like the void, the abyss, where it's just trying to grab anything and everything, and it's just like, it's almost like chasing after anything and everything to just fill that void. That could be that person. Maybe this person is very like jumpy, very, constantly on the move. They never really sit with themselves, or maybe they were that in the past, where they're always like on the move, trying to fill that emptiness that they have, and sadness with somebody else, rather than filling it themselves, with their own happiness and internal peace. But I think they might be on the way of... It was basically saying, like, you need to accept the nothingness. You need to accept the emptiness you feel and fill that void with yourself, with the happiness of yourself, with... you don't need somebody else's validation or somebody else's, comments or their love in order to fill that. You should be filling it with your own love for yourself. And I think this person is starting to understand that. They may really need to meditate with themselves and possibly hermit to sit with themselves and start to mature and really see and have like some sort of self-awakening to really understand this. I think it kept saying like meditate or contemplate or reflect. They need to like sit with themselves in this dark room, just be quiet and think, and let all those thoughts come through. So with the hard work paying off, I think their hard work chasing this person, I think, is paying off. I think this person does like have some sort of feelings for this person, or they definitely do at least have some sort of anger. If this, it's a little bit more orange than red, so it might not be red of like pain or anger. It more just be maybe energy towards this person. It's a little bit more red, so I could see that as being anger. But I think they are possibly having more energy towards this relationship now. And since this person might be pulling back, I think it's showing that maybe in the beginning this person tried so hard and was very determined to obtain this and to have like, a relationship or a future with this person, or just maybe even like a friendship. And now they're kind of like tired because of something, or they're just tired, and now it's like they stayed steady and long and worked hard and long to maintain or to gradually grow this relationship. And now it's starting to, once it dies down, it's like now it's starting to grow and they're starting to feel it a lot more. Now that this person possibly has pulled back. It says, I miss you and I can't wait to be on my own. I think they are afraid to be on their own. I think they're afraid to meditate. I think they're afraid to be by themselves because they have such an emptiness and a nothingness. They have like such a void that they're afraid to be by themselves. But I really think they need to be by themselves. I really think they need to be okay with being by themselves, and understand that relationships are just a plus. They're not a necessity. Because if they are a necessity and you need to be in a relationship, it's only going to end into a unhealthy boundaries in a relationship. You're not going to be able to be by yourself whenever this person needs to work, or whenever this person has, goes out to hang out with their family or their friends. This person's going to be very dependent on this person. So I think this person really needs to establish that. I think that's just describing who they are in this relationship. They also could be a Capricorn. They could have Capricorn moon, or they could have a Capricorn just sun placement. I think with Capricorn, people who are Capricorns tend to, especially since their sign is represented of the devil, I think they tend to be, it's more difficult for them in order to grow healthy. I feel like most of the time they tend to stay with their addictions, stay with their demons. It's like they find safeness or it's like they can easily be okay with falling to the dark side and letting their shadow self basically control them. I'm not saying, I feel like most Capricorns are that way, but I'm not saying it's always the case. I'm also getting more of a male feeling. I feel like this person is masculine or a male just because of this being a male. I know we also have a female here, but maybe that could also just represent this person is falling towards more of a nurturing side. And also we have both of them looking towards the empty room. So it's like this person is now turning to reflect on themselves. I think they pulled back to reflect. We also have the end of a rough cycle approaches. I don't think this is the end. I think this is just the beginning. I think this person is going to start to have to process this and go through this difficult time on their own. I think also it's going to be a while. I think it's going to take them a lot of time to fully be able to get over this shadow self that haunts them, this abyss, this like darkness that just like rampage through everything, just trying to grab everything and just fill the void, you know? I think this person really needs to find stability, find the Knight of Pentacles within them, their earth sign. The Capricorn represents earth sign, but it feels like the Capricorn needs to find, they haven't found that stability yet, that the greatness, the higher self that comes from the Capricorn, the stability and the earth sign, the grounding, they haven't found that yet. And I think they might be very jumpy, very, on the go. I think they really are trying to deal with this right now. And then for the mirror, I think the mirror has a lot of self-confidence, I think they might have a low self-esteem. Because the mirror is in reverse. In the upright, it talked about someone who was obsessed with their own vision, obsessed with their own, the way that they look, or obsessed with, has a very big ego, and someone who's just like, it said a story about how someone fell into the pool and then they fell in love with their own reflection and they just died because they couldn't ever pull away from that. And I think this person is like the opposite. I think this person maybe hates their self-reflection. I think maybe they don't like looking at themselves in the mirror. I think they're scared of rejection. They could be feeling very insecure. Maybe they talk down on themselves a lot. They have a difficult self-esteem. They don't really like the way they look, or they're always saying things to bring themselves down. And a piece of advice that was mentioned for the mirror, is that this person possibly needs to start being more positive with themselves in the mirror and start, take it day by day, but start little and start there. Start whenever you see yourself in the mirror, instead of thinking something negatively, or whenever you say something negative or you think something negative, stop yourself, ask yourself why you think this way, and then, combat that with something positive. Be like, no, actually, I look beautiful today. Look at my dress. Look at my beautiful eyes. Look at my shiny white teeth. Say something to counteract that. And then, so we have clean up your space and I want a hug. Maybe this person needs to start taking care of themselves more, starting by cleaning up your space. I know this is more of like something said to this person, but I think this is also possibly for the mirror as well. I think it could be a good message for both of you. I think maybe this is more of like judgment, sent to this person. I think maybe this person is very judgmental because of their own insecurities, And I think their own insecurity is that maybe someone judged them into being, very cleanly or having to clean constantly. And maybe they also just feel uncomfortable when their space is dirty. And possibly this person has a dirty space. So the mirror is like, clean up your space. But also just cleaning up your space and making sure that everything is nice or tidy, or even you, like you're mentally clean, like you eat healthy, or you start eating better for yourself, or just start doing daily routines, or start establishing more of like a routine and taking care of yourself, can also boost your self-confidence in yourself as well. Prosperity lies ahead. So with prosperity lies ahead, this is more of talking about just, believing in the law of attraction. This also talked about loving yourself. So this person needs to establish that and understand, once you love yourself and respect yourself, then anyone can love and respect you. I think maybe also I'm kind of getting a sense of possible third-party influence. There's not really anything to show that, but I just feel that possibly there was somebody else involved in this connection or influencing this connection that may have possibly have brought anger to this person. Maybe it wasn't really anything serious or anything more than just like a friendship. Maybe this person just has a friend that is a girl, and or just you're the same gender as this person, and maybe they were a little bit angry with that. It made them angry, and that's why they became so, inside, and so they overthinking so much and overbearing inside themselves. They just thought like they're so scared of rejection, or they're so scared of being cheated on, or being just something like that, or they have been that has happened, and maybe that's why it's still lying there. If this person has cheated, I don't think you should think about them anymore. I think you should definitely move on. But if it's not them who's doing that, don't push your insecurities onto them. Because they're not the same person, and you have to let go of the past and know that the past is in the past, and you can't, you can't just think that everybody's going to be who hurt you in the past. Unless there are red flags. If you see a red flag and you see something very similar to what has happened in the past, then you can overthink and think this way, But if you don't see any of those, try to work out those insecurities. All right. So yeah, believing in yourself, finding more self-confidence, valuing yourself so others can value you. Maybe you tend to go after people who disrespect you a lot, or just, call you names, or kind of like oppress you, or disrespect you. Maybe this person goes after that a lot, maybe because they find that attractive in some way, and know that deep down that's like trauma that's there, and that's the reason why you go after people that way, because maybe you never felt like you could be respected by somebody nice or treated nice by someone. Could be family stuff that has happened where nobody respected you and your family, especially when it comes with a father figure. Doesn't have to be the case though. It could just be that maybe you always felt like you needed male validation, or males in your life has never valued you. So maybe a way that this can change, or this could turn into a positive thing, is to start valuing yourself You don't need other people's value or validation. You can give yourself your own validation. You know who you are. Establish who you are. Start to love yourself and become your own best friend. I think I want to hug. This is like you want to hug yourself. Like yourself wants to give yourself a hug. Like it may sound stupid, it may be lame, it may be dumb, but that's all judgment. That's all inner judgment. You know, just give yourself a hug. It's not that big of a deal. Just wrap your arms around and just hug yourself. I love yourself, and tell yourself that you love you. You know, that you love you. Like, it's only lame because other people are judgmental and want to judge, and they don't want you to be happy. You know, allow yourself to be happy and do whatever it is that you love, you know, and want to do. Okay, so that kind of just went like, this is more just like things that maybe these people need to work on rather than who they are. I think this is just like who they are in this relationship right now. And maybe this person also has pulled back in a way from this person because of this needing to value themselves first before they could get into this relationship. Okay, so let's talk about these now. So with the tarot, the position of the Hangman in reverse, I asked, what are their feelings that they are expressing? I think they are being they're showing you how impulsive they're being. They're also like, it's like Hangman basically upright is waiting, taking their time, being slow and steady. But they could be being very impulsive, or they were being very impulsive. I think now they're hiding from the world, refusing to participate. They are having the inability to make choices right now. Maybe this person's asking them to make a decision, and they're not like willing. Also it's saying staying stuck out of fear and wanting others to do their work for them. So they want it's like to fill that void, it's like they want somebody else to fill that void and constantly, you know, validate them so they could feel validated. Rather than validating themselves and loving themselves, they want somebody else to do it. They're being like lazy to put in the work to start loving themselves and filling that void with themselves. Also, the Knight of Pentacles specifically in the book represents somebody who is slow and steady. I think they worked very slow and steady and very long and hard for this connection. But now possibly they're falling back a bit with the World. The World said, resisting your true nature, reacting instead of simply being, hiding from your true self, projecting false assumptions onto others, watching the sidelines rather than joining the game. So I think this person, like it was saying, maybe this person's also hiding from their true self. I think that's more of this person. I feel like this person doesn't really love themselves much, so they tend to act like somebody else, or likes to be very judgmental, or just like hides away. That could be a little bit more of them, but I think this person is like not, I think they've given up, and they're not like chasing after this person anymore because of fear. And I feel like they're stuck in this like empty room. And I think it's for the better. I think they need to face this obstacle first, and I think it was meant to be. I think it was meant to happen. I think this is what lies in this destiny. They need to resolve this first and stop trying to fill that void with anything possible, because that leads to insecurity, and that leads to not ever feeling good enough for your partner. I'm also kind of getting like Virgo vibes. This person could possibly have a Virgo placement. Also, yeah, so with that, with the world, like, resisting to be yourself, or also it said reacting instead of simply being. This person is like, they need to be slow and steady. They're being very impulsive. They're not willing to just sit there and be. They're kind of just like always reacting. And then with the Hanged Man, I think the way that they see you, oh my god, is someone who is hiding from the world, refusing to participate, inability to make choices, staying stuck in front of out of fear, and wanting others to do the work. Okay, so maybe instead of this also representing them, I think this also represents the mirror, because they see you. This is what they're showing to you. This is their true feelings for you. So this could either represent how they're feeling about you, or how they're feeling in this situation. I think they're not moving any further because I think they already moved so much, and that's as much as they can. I think they put a lot of work and effort into this, but they're now waiting for this one to put in the effort, for this one to reciprocate. I think this person is hiding who they are. They're not, they're pretending to be somebody else, or they're pretending to be someone who's maybe more popular, more, fun, or more goofy, or, duddy or dutsy or things like that. Not really being their true self. And maybe they're refusing to participate into this relationship because they're scared. They're scared of rejection. Their fear is making them stuck. And this empty room is saying, like, I know you're scared. I know, like, you're staying out of fear. But if you don't put any effort in soon, I don't know if they could continue. And I think they're now starting to reflect on themselves. I think they need a little bit more time to reflect. Don't be impulsive like them. I know they probably want an answer right now, but wait a little bit. Give yourself some time to, also love yourself and value yourself more before you jump into anything. I think this needs divine timing in order to happen. So I think that's what they see. I think they also think that this person, I think they also believe that this person just expects everybody to do everything for them. So they're like, I'm done. Like, I already did as much as I can. It's time to you to do your work now. And then with the Nine of Cups, it asks a bunch of questions. I think this person has a lot that they want to say, but it's like they just can't say it, or they just don't want to say it because they don't want, like, they don't want to, it's like they just can't. It says, why do you want what you want? What lies at the heart of your desire? Has your dreams been held for so long, it's being romanticized? Is this unattainable? Have you fostered the identity around the struggle for such a thing? What would it mean to strive for something completely new? Can you become still and pleased with what you have before you this very moment? Can you find pleasure in the color and sound and textures around you? Can you sense the bit of life and magic infused within yourself and outside of you? Can you feel the wildness of giving the moment the path that brought you here? The thousands of generations who lived so you can live read these very words. Do you feel the sun rise and set inside you? Can you feel the moonlight shine through your eyes? You hold the answer. You are the answer. Will you let yourself be enough? So I think that in itself is like this person is asking you like, why do you want, what you want? Why do you want what you want? Where does your heart lie, or what does it desire? Have your dreams just been such a dream that you've been it's been so long that you've had these dreams that you've just been romanticizing it and never really going after them? It's like this person is like, if you dream about me, if you romanticize me, if you see a future with me, why don't you go after it? Why do you just let it stay there? Why do you let it just disappear? Don't they're asking you, is it attainable? Can you achieve this? Have you fostered an identity around what you're struggling with? Like, have you just been limiting yourself with this fear of rejection, that it's like that's your personality now? It's like you don't ever, it's like this person just can't let it go. They can't, let the past be the past. It's like it's who they are now. Obviously, like I said, it depends on the situation. Just because of what their thoughts are for you doesn't mean that they're true. This is just how they're perceiving. It also is saying, like, can you find pleasure? Do you find, like, any positive energy around the things that surround you? Maybe they see you as somebody who's always focusing on the negative of things, always saying negative things, always wanting more, always saying that they need something more. Always like being they always need something else. They always need something more. Like, imagine you go on this beautiful vacation and one thing messes up, right? Somebody maybe messes up your food at the restaurant, but the rest of the time it's been a wonderful vacation. And this person's like, oh my God, I can't believe my food was a disaster. I hate this place. This place sucks. I never want to come here again. Just because of this one little thing. They only focus on the negative, rather than appreciating what they have, or appreciating what is that's surrounding them. Because the next you know it, you're going to miss out, and you're going to look back at the past always and be like, damn, like, that was such a good time. I should have appreciated it more. And stop focusing on what you can have or what you desire, and start focusing on what it is that you do have and what it is that you can appreciate. So I think that person, wanted to share those things. They also want to see your emotion. I think maybe this person hasn't been expressing how they feel at all. And their person is like, is there something in you? Like, is there a heart? Is there emotion? Is there, do you even get angry? Is there, do you feel like emotions? Maybe this person's very standoffish or has a wall up, a very high wall. And I think that's how this person sees you internally. And I think just because they want this right now doesn't mean you have to give it to them right now. Be patient. Take the time that you need to recover. Don't rush yourself just because this person's being impulsive. Take your time. I forgot what I asked for the Wheel of Fortune. I think, hold on, give me one moment. I think I asked how they, let me look. Okay, so I asked, what do they want their emotions to be? So in the book given, it says in reverse, the inability to be happy and present in the present moment, a preoccupation with an imaginative future outcome, clinging to a magical fairy tale ending where life will be perfect when and if only. I think they want their feelings to be like, they want to be happy. They want to be present in the moment. I think they want to be patient for, this future I think they also are like, they want to like imagine this fairy tale future and that everything's gonna work out and it's gonna be like, you know, this magical fairy tale ending where life will be perfect, and when and if only, you know, when this, they like want to be hopeful, they want to be, but I think they really are just focusing on the negatives. I think they feel very stuck and that it's not going to end up working out, because I feel that it's been mainly this person putting in the work and this person hasn't. And you know, it's reasonable, it's understandable. If you're not ready, don't let anybody force you to, you know, force you to be ready, because if you're not, you're not. You just need time, and even if you don't want to be with this person, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to be with this person. I think this person hopes to have this fairy tale ending, and they want to have this fairy tale ending, but I don't think they do feel this way. All right. Let's pull some more message cards. Let's ask what their emotions are and what they would maybe possibly want to communicate. And maybe we could pull some love cards. Okay. Let's ask what their emotions are. They could definitely be feeling burnt out, because I just saw the burnt out card. Okay, what does the person who represents the empty room is feeling? We have gossiping. They could be gossiping about this connection. They could just be talking to like one of their friends about it. I don't think they're like gossiping. I don't think they're telling everyone, but they could definitely be talking to somebody about it, and they're definitely talking to somebody about it. Ecstatic reverse came in. They could be feeling very, wait, is there two cards? No, it's just one. They could be feeling very like negatively ecstatic, you know, like drained, empty, you know, there's no energy left. There's no like energy, you know, and the only energy it is because it's anxiety and they're stressing out about it. Okay, what is the mirror feeling? So the mirror could be feeling paranoid and reversal of growth. I think they're refusing to grow. So I think this person needs to grow, and don't fight it, you know. Start making the effort for yourself. Start loving yourself more. Start putting in the work. And know that if you sometimes fall off the trail, if you sometimes, you know, possibly drink, or if you eat something that you know you'll regret, or if you do something that you need to set healthy goals. Don't set goals that are unachievable. Understand that you're a human. Understand that people make mistakes. Understand that sometimes you're gonna go after and eat that cake, or you're gonna eat the cookie, or, you know, and it's okay if you do. Maybe set a day where it's your cheat day, like Sundays are cheat days, or, you know, set goals that are achievable. Okay, so that could be the emotions in this connection. Possibly let's look up what are some things that they would like to say, or some things that maybe they're feeling or would want to communicate. What is something the empty room would like to communicate? Two, three. Favorite food in reverse. Maybe you guys, maybe you guys would eat favorite food, or you guys have the same favorite food, but maybe this person now doesn't like to eat it anymore. They kind of just don't even look at it anymore. Could also just be maybe you guys hated the same foods. Let's look up something else they would want to say. Discussing the past. Maybe this person just only focuses so much on the past, and this person is like, come on, like, we need to move on. And I understand moving on isn't just like as simple as that. It's very difficult, and sometimes it'll take time, and sometimes you'll go 3 steps ahead, and sometimes you'll fall back 10 steps. But as long as you're getting to understand that you need to accept the past and you need to move on from the past, you need to deal with the past, and you need to face it head on, you know? Also, it says taking what people say to heart. Maybe this person is very insecure or sensitive. So, like, someone will say something that they don't like, and maybe this person will take it a little bit too much to heart. Also, that's okay. Like, it's okay to be sensitive. I'm sensitive. It probably will be best to learn to understand what is constructive criticism and something that they might be sharing or wanting to say that might be able to better you and better yourself, rather than what is insecurity, you know? Like, what are you feeling insecure about that's making it so close to your heart? Okay, what is something the mirror would like to say to the empty room? They won't ever understand no matter how much I explain it. If you're feeling that way, that's understandable. Sometimes people just don't ever understand you. I guess it's up to you to decide whether that is something that you must leave them for, or are you willing to sacrifice? Okay, what else does the mirror want to share or express to the empty room? Three. Be open-minded. This is what does that say? Regression might not be that bad. Oh, this rejection. Wait. Be open-minded. This regression might not be that bad of an option. Let me figure what this one is. Yeah, I have no idea what I wrote here. I'm gonna assume that it's rejection, just because we have rejection here. Be open-minded. This rejection might not be that bad of an option. Maybe this person is wanting to reject the empty room. But maybe they're feeling stuck, and being closed-minded, that this is the only person they have for them, and this is being like, hey, be open-minded, like, this rejection might not be that bad of an option. Prosperity lies ahead. There might be more coming to you than meets the eye. Especially if you can't get them to understand you and they aren't willing to make the effort. But then again, like, it seems like they put a lot of hard work in, or that's how they're seeing it, is that they put a lot of hard work in. So, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I would say maybe, take the time to grow for yourself and just go with the flow and see what happens. but also maybe give it a shot. You know, you never know what will happen if you still can't get them to understand you after explaining it over and over again. I don't know if it's really, I don't know. I don't know. I would say try to communicate or have them communicate better. Maybe you guys both need to just communicate and understand each other better, and like say that you understand each other. Maybe this person doesn't say that, but maybe they are just, you know, they're not really mental, they don't talk a lot. Maybe they could show it in with their physical actions that they understand you, but maybe they just don't say it that they understand. And maybe that's why this person's left feeling like they don't understand. And maybe it's also you're saying to this person, like, this person rejected them. And it's saying, like, be open-minded. This rejection might not have been bad of an option, because maybe now this person, new opportunities will come to them, like different relationships or new people. And this person's like, stop being, you know, such a downer about it. Like, you have options or something. Okay. Let's pull some love messages. Also, I was talking about career-wise, like, both of you guys might be going through, like, a new job. So, yeah. It says, is only sticking around to find someone else. I don't know how... let me ask a question, because I didn't even get to ask. Something about the empty room person, what their feelings are, or what are their true feelings, their emotions. 2, only sees you as a friend, and it says this person is just using you. Okay. Take that as it resonates, I guess. It also, there was another card, so I don't know if I should take this card or not, to be honest. I don't feel like this is the case, but maybe for some of you, this person is just using you. If you feel like it resonates, then 2, okay, this card definitely does. Is only sticking around to find someone else. I see. Okay, how does the mirror person feel about the empty room? 1. Don't believe their words, believe their actions. Maybe this is something that the mirror person needs to understand. Maybe this person is disrespectful or has treated you wrong in some way, maybe has cheated on you, and you're feeling angry about it, so you rejected them, and kind of just stopped with them. And this is just saying, like, believe their words, not their actions. Or believe their words. Don't believe their words, believe their actions. If they aren't putting in the effort, if they aren't putting in the stuff for you, then understand that their words mean nothing. I don't know. I just was getting that this person was putting a lot of effort into this connection. So maybe they just don't say it with their words, you know? I'm not really sure. This one's kind of hard, to be honest. This is hard to understand. Okay. This is yes or no. Does the mirror person see a future with the empty room? 2, 3. You don't need to worry. Okay, that doesn't really answer my question. It says now. You don't need to worry now. Maybe it kind of just ended, that you don't even have to ask about the future anymore. It's kind of just like over with. The empty room. How does the empty room see... Does the empty room see a future with the mirror? 1, 2... Okay, we got a couple. It says better and in the past. So I think they wanted to marry you, or they wanted something more than just a future. It said something better in the past. I think maybe they don't feel this way anymore. Yeah. Okay, that is all I have for you, pile 1. Thank you so much for staying to the very end. I hope you found some messages that resonated with you. I know this one was kind of doozy. Maybe watch one of the next piles to help you further understand more, because I feel like this was kind of all over the place. But yeah, thank you so much. If you like this video, please give it a like or leave a bull emoji. And yeah, I'll see you in one of my next readings. Thank you. Bye. Hi, my beautiful pile 2s. If you chose the Firefly, this will be your reading on what their true feelings are. So I pulled out some oracle decks, or oracle cards for right now. We have them, whoever is going to be expressing their true feelings, and you. That's how I pulled it, but it doesn't have to be represented in that way. I almost kind of feel called to put this vessel over here just because it like matches better, and then this is more like the siren is more of like a water, you know, like a mermaid, but it didn't come out that way, so I'm not going to. But maybe that has something I'll talk about. So right off the bat, we have air sign, someone who's could be possibly an air sign. And then we have a water sign here, so someone who could be a water sign, like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They don't have to be. This could just be how they express their emotions, and then they don't have to be an air sign. This could just be how they deal with conflict or communication. All right, so before we jump into this, I also want to pull tarot cards to help us further understand the story. We're going to be asking, okay, the first one we are going to ask is, what feelings do they not hide? Do they fully express and show you? Okay, so one. So King of Swords is the feelings that they show and fully express. What are the feelings that the vessel is hiding, not really fully showing? Like, what are their true feelings? What emotions are they hiding? The World, upright. Okay. We could probably pull like 5 cards. Maybe there's a lot that has to be said. What feelings, because you can't control your feelings, what feelings do they wish they had for you? What feelings do they wish they had for you? The Hierophant. Interesting. And what else? I think we could pull like 2 more cards here. What do they believe your feelings are for them? What do they believe your feelings are for them? Oh, 2. 3. Queen of Pentacles. And how do they see the future of this connection? Six of Swords. Looks like they aren't done yet. They're not ready for this connection to be finished. Okay. Looks good. I'm gonna pull some messages as well, just because I feel like I should. I think that's what I did in the last reading as well, so. Alright, shuffle these bad boys. Give me 1 second. These are really difficult to shuffle. Okay. What is something the vessel would like to communicate, or what does the vessel communicate freely and openly? Like, what their emotions that they fully show with their words? What do they communicate without hiding? Needing to detox from caffeine. And what emotions or what things do they hold back from saying? What do they hide that they want to say? 2. Well, this is on camera. It says actions speak louder than words. And we also have look at the bottom of the tarot card deck for answers. I already put that away, so let's just see. Has judgment on the bottom. So we'll try to remember that. Okay, so that's something they would like to share. Now let's ask for the siren, which is supposed to represent you. What is something that you communicate well or communicate often or feel comfortable communicating about this, about your feelings? Okay. I will be there for you forever. Very loving. And what is something that you possibly want to say but can't say or hide from saying it? It says one more time. But it's in reverse. Let me just not take these just because they're on the floor and like it's just difficult. But it said one more time in reverse, so maybe like you have given up and you're done with this person. That could be the case. What is something that the siren would like to say but shies away from saying it or hides away? 1, 2, 3. I can't wait to be on my own. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that they want to possibly separate from this connection. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to start with talking about the vessel person. Let me just rearrange this real quick. Okay, there is a lot to unpack. Okay, so I already talked about the signs. We got water, we got air. I know I said I was going to start with the vessel, but I kind of just want to start. So the main story is this light is fleeting, right? Possibly could also represent the emotions or communication within this connection is fleeting. So meaning like it could be very vibrant, could be very inspired, could be a lot right now, and it's a strong connection, but it may be because of being impulsive, like maybe you guys like quickly jumped into this connection and was being very impulsively and had like the energy, a lot of energy that needed to be let out, and it was very quickly, and it's like there, but it's fleeting, and it's almost like there's an opportunity of possibly some sort of opportunity, maybe becoming friends or maybe being in a relationship, or just some sort of thing is being offered, and the other person is just waiting by and not taking it. Like they're not going after it. So with that being said, I think it's more of like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's like sexual tension. There seems to be some sort of lust and seduction. I've never really had a reading to talk about this, but now that we have the siren here, I'm getting that. So the siren, which could be you, is somebody who's a temptation. I think the vessel sees the siren, them. I believe they see you as a very sexy, seductive temptation. I don't know if there is other things going on as well, because this card came almost like reversed or almost like this when it first popped out, but it was also because it was my fault because it hit against my cards and then did that. So there could be some sort of adultery at play. Let me see what else. Hold on. It also said wickedness, wreckage, betrayal, or instability. So we could be looking at some sort of like payment being done for a service, if you catch my drift. Doesn't have to be that, of course. It could also just mean like cheating, like maybe this person is in a committed relationship and they look at you as this shiny new thing, beautiful, shiny new, like seductive thing that they want to experience, and they may be running on impulse, on like high impulsivity, like going after it, but they may be very reluctant to continue, and holding and withdrawing. They might be trying to pull back from this, and maybe that's another reason why you might be seeking out this reading, to see why they did pull away. And I think it's because they just see you as a temptation. So more of that to be said. I would just want to read you, give me one moment. I'm going to put these little bookmarkers in these spots here, just so I could save my pages. All right. So let me read you what it says for the siren. So the siren is the temptress, the seducer, and the feminine fatal. Basically talks about the siren, somebody, you know, how they portray sirens in movies, where it's like a bunch of women, mermaids, like on a rock and singing, and it's so beautiful, and like the men, you know, fall head over heels over the beautiful woman, and because of her body or her face or her song, like the way that she sings, and it's like he's stuck in a trance. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume. He or she, or whoever this is is like, it's like they're stuck in a trance. It doesn't mean that that's how they feel about you, because I'm asking, when I pulled these 3 cards, it's like who you are in this connection. So it's not that they see you this way, it's that you are this way in this connection. It's almost like it's fun, or it's like a game, and it might not be, it might have been a game at first, but now you might have been growing connection or like feelings for this person. But it's like, it's almost like it's fun. And it's, you want to explore the option. And also it said, like, in the light perspective of this, the fun, the good aspects, good aspects of the siren talks about, like, being, having fun, bringing out your sexy side, or being, not being so restricting of yourself of how life should be, and like awakening your sensuality or arousal or whatever, and just like I guess letting that shine through. I think also because it came a little bit in reverse, it might be a little bit too much of this person's, maybe not personality, but too much being shown. Like, maybe it's like, this is who they feel they are to everyone, and that's like, they have to show this off to everyone in order to be acknowledged. Which I don't think that's the case. That could be for some of you. I'm also kind of getting, for a few of you, like, this needed to come out, where it's like you need to find that ability again. Maybe you've been reluctant to show off your body, or reluctant to do those types of things because of something, or just sadness, or something withholding you, but now it has come out. So let me not lose my train of thought. So you could possibly be an air sign. This could be you, since we have air here, that's not taking the opportunity. But it doesn't have to be. I think this is just the overall talking about the communication within this connection. I'm sorry if you hear noises, just ignore it. And then the eagle, I usually start on this side too, so that's funny that I start with the siren. But the eagle basically talked about a truth seeker, wanting to find the truth. And it was funny too, because it was like the vessel said secret holder, like they hold secrets. So it's like this person wants to know the truth, and this person just basically is really good at keeping a secret and not showing their emotions or showing anything, especially with their emotions, since we have water. So I think this person wants to know their deepest, darkest secrets and deepest, darkest, like, fantasies. But this person is like, no, you will never find that out. And it could be because of religion. This person could be religious. And maybe they feel like if they were to be exploring dark thoughts or other things, it's like they're defying God or something, or the devil's controlling them, or something like that. Which they need to understand that you are allowed to have, dark thoughts and stuff. It's just up to you to decide whether you need to fix them or work with them, So everybody has a light self, everyone has a shadow self. Okay, so more on that so let's talk a little bit more about the eagle. So the eagle is somebody who is both physically and spiritually strong. Maybe this person's very good at observing or seeing through people's facades. And maybe that's another thing, that they maybe see through everybody's facades, and they could like read everybody and understand everybody and how they're feeling without even having to communicate. But with this person, it's like it's incredibly hard for them to really understand, and they like want to know, they need to know, because they're a truth seeker. They need to know the truth. So they master, oh my god, I apologize so much. They master over the elements of fire and air, so they could have a mix, especially since we're getting orange. I feel like now that I do more readings, I feel like red represents fire, orange represents air, blue represents water, and then green represents earth. So whenever I see orange, I think of air. But it's also kind of like a blend of like yellow and red, and yellow could also represent air. So it's like this person has that blend of both. They could have a lot of passion, fiery energy, anger could be a little bit. Maybe they're a little bit, spicy, sassy, but they have the air to cool them down, to like control that, and they could just be very energetic. They can have a lot of energy. Another thing too, the eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves, stop at nothing to see what shines, grasp the sun in the talons and hold it for a ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. You're very strong. Maybe this person makes you feel weak, or makes you feel less than, or just because maybe they're very hard to read, or you can't really tell their emotions on whether they care for you or not. So we'll get into that. And so that might make you feel like there's a lack of strength. And it's funny that we have the eagle and the strength card. This is in reverse also. So that could be you internally. You're very bright, radiant, and you like to be challenged and overcome challenges. But since it's in reverse, you could possibly be a little bit controlling. Maybe you're trying to control this person, or manipulate this person, or seduce, or that's your way of trying to sway them into your direction of where you want them to go. And a thing that must be said is, you can't control people. They have their own lives. They have their own destinies or directions. You can't control them. And don't be upset when they don't want to go the way that you want them to. You can't control them. They're their own people. They make their own decisions. So that could be a thing. Also, it mentioned, I think it was this. It said to try to avoid people who are controlling. So maybe this person is trying to avoid this person. It could also be the other way around as well. I'm kind of getting, I don't know. I think this person sees this person as a little bit of manipulative to try and get their way. Could also be with money. I think this vessel person also sees the siren as somebody who's chasing the bag, wanting to possibly, maybe they see the siren person as somebody who's just after their money. And the reason why I say that is because of the Queen of Pentacles. So, in reverse. Yeah, so another thing too, let's just start talking about the vessel now. So the vessel is basically the vessel. It's like, in the description talks about a cup, an actual thing that holds something within it. So let's just read that for you. Also, music could be very important to the siren. Maybe this person likes music, or music is like they listen to music every day, or music can steer their emotions, or maybe they use music to seduce people, or to get people to like them, or they use music maybe even during sexy time or something, or they like to. Okay, so with the vessel now, the vessel is the body, the container, the cup. The vessel may be the the most powerful archetype form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquids, stoves hold fires, our bodies hold organs, our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what is in that it contains. Nests protects eggs. Saving accounts protects earnings. Even the planets are contained within our circular orbit. When this card appears, it is time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight? Is it too loose? Is it broken? Is it empty? Is it full? Or perhaps is there no vessel at all, and the contents spill in every direction. It is a natural form of structure and eventually can fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. What is it? Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. So when this person is in the light form, when they're in their higher self, they could be very stable, very strong, very gracious. I'm also kind of getting like possibly an earth sign. They could be an earth sign. When they're in their shadow self, they could feel trapped, and they could be being in a bubble. I really do believe that being in a bubble resonates, because the oyster also talks about somebody who has their wall up and really is like a huge wall is up to protect them. It's like they believe that they can never be vulnerable with anybody because they're afraid of being taken advantage of. I think this person is very worried and scared and doesn't trust the siren. I don't think they do. I really do think they see this person as someone who will manipulate them, or who is just there to seduce them, or who is there just to take their money, or just use them and take advantage. Another thing that said, with the vessel, it's kind of hard to understand what that actually means, being the vessel. I think this person, like I said, I think they're being held. It's like their soft, gooey insides are being held in a vessel, but it's more of like a bubble. It's not like half open, half closed. It's fully closed. I also think this person maybe holds everything else within their life within that as well. It's like they don't share anything about themselves. They don't share anything about their interests. They don't share anything about what they like to do, what they don't like to do. They just like, it's very dry talking, very, a wall up, let's just do this thing and get it over with type. And nothing is being really expressed more than that. That could be how they're being shown or how they're acting in this connection. We also have the ultimate potential in reverse. I think this person might be pulling back in a way because I think they acted impulsively, possibly towards the siren because they saw the siren as some sort of temptation, some sort of like, eye-boggling, new treasure of some sort. I think they might be pulling back in order to achieve, or what they want to achieve is ultimate potential, and possibly that being that with religion. I think this person, or spirituality, this person could be spiritual or religious. I think they also feel guilty or feel dirty or feel not the best they could be. I feel like they feel like they are being, like fallen into their shadow selves, and they're letting their shadow selves control them and start doing like the dark, dirty things that they know isn't right, but they do anyways because maybe they acted impulsively or did it for fun. So with that, I think they're trying to pull back now, and maybe they always had this wall up to protect themselves because of they're afraid. But I think they also now are pulling back and trying to say no more, possibly to give in to this siren. They believe in order to obtain their higher self or to obtain their ultimate potential, it's like they have to, fall back to religion or start going to church. Maybe they're like, oh my God, like, I need to start going to church now. Like, I did like the most dirtiest things the other day. I need to go to church or something. Also talked about like needing the validation. The time right now is 3:33 p.m. So that could be significant. So this person also talking about they need like the validation and approval from others. So it's like if they need to like confess their sins and talk to somebody and be like, hey, like I know I did something really bad the other day and I need to let it out. And it's like they need to like have their friends like slap them on the wrist and be like, okay, don't ever do that again and learn from your mistakes. And their friends could be doing that too. They could be saying like, what are you doing? What are you like falling? Why are you going after this person? Or why are you falling into temptation? Like all this stuff, like being like, this person isn't right for you, or just trying to like control him. And they are like persuading him. And I keep saying him, I apologize. Persuading them. And they could be doing it for the best, like that person's highest, or that person's good, I guess. Because maybe this isn't a connection that needs to happen right now. Because I think there needs to be more boundaries set, for sure. I definitely think there is control and manipulation happening because we have the King of Swords. I also think that they see, not only is it control, but I also see with the King of Swords, it said, give me one moment. It talked about quiet power and inner truth. I think that is part of the vessel and the oyster. It's like they're now, instead of lashing out, they could be a little bit angry too about something. But it doesn't have to be, because it doesn't show any red over here. There's no red. I mean, there's a little red here. They could be a little bit angry. It doesn't have to be. Or maybe it's not even like anger towards you. It's more of like anger towards having to be controlled. Maybe they have been controlled their whole life. And it's like they want to just do what they want. And maybe they get into lust with this person in order to like defy the others or defy somebody else, whether it be their parents or their friends or their significant other. They could be in a relationship. That could be that, or they could also be trying to now, after something, maybe there was some sort of conflict that has happened and they're trying to pull back now, and they're trying to become the higher self that they want to be. And now they're, instead of lashing out and saying nasty things back or saying mean, nasty things, being like, hey, you took advantage of me, or you took advantage of my vulnerability or some crap like that, they just became quiet. They just pulled back, became quiet, not talking. Everything's just, it's like there's no words being said anymore. It's just ended just like that. And maybe they did it also impulsively as well. Maybe they just blocked you or, did something immediately. So they're trying to do that. That could be the case. If it's not the case, ignore everything I said. It also could just be inner truth. They're really reluctant to tell or express how they feel. Maybe it's because they're afraid of how you might take it or how you might feel after that. I don't really feel a sense of wanting more besides lust or sex. I feel like it's more of just those things. Yeah, okay, so I think they also, so the King of Swords, I asked, how do they see you and how do they express it? What do they show out loud? I think they might have already said out loud how they think you manipulate them, or how you're taking advantage of them, or how they feel like you're misusing your power. And it could be that they're just very insecure about, maybe in the past they have been taken advantage of, so they kind of just put that on everybody else. But it also could mean that this person is taking advantage of them, or that they are doing something to manipulate them. And I do get a sense of that because we have the Siren card, which is basically a woman who uses her music to seduce men. So there could be definitely a manipulation or misuse of power over here. So I think they have expressed that to you and have said that they feel this way. What they're not saying, though, is I think they definitely see you as somebody who is dedicated. I don't think it's more of like they're like mad at you, or not mad at you, but, don't like the way that it's being played or becoming manipulation. But they're also like, but I'll give you how dedicated you are. I'll give you that, I'll give you, like, I can appreciate your dedication and your power to really want to conquer me or something. So they don't say that because they don't want, to possibly, they don't want to let you win, because they want you to really understand this. So that's why maybe they don't share this. It also says you could be a well-traveled person. And that could be literally being like you travel a lot. It could also just mean that you maybe have had multiple partners. And maybe that's how they see you internally, that they don't share. Also know that whatever their opinion of you is, who cares? Like, if they want to be, it's always good to try to take criticism and try to work and grow from it. So maybe one thing that this person could work on is trying to learn not to be so manipulative, because it could be, it could be playing the victim, or it could be playing like, oh, like, you need to do this for me, or maybe this person steps over boundaries a lot, or maybe this person I'm trying to think of different ways to manipulate. Maybe you say things, gaslight them, being like, oh, that didn't happen, but then it actually did happen, and they're saying what truly happened. You shouldn't be trying to fight them to win. It's more of like, listen to what they're saying, and if they're upset by it, be like, hey, you know what, I understand what you're saying, and I will try to work on this. It's not about winning. All the arguments isn't about winning. About relationships should be equal. There should be more communication. Maybe you guys don't communicate enough, and maybe the communication is very impulsive. Maybe you guys tend to scream, yell, raise your voice. And instead of trying, maybe possibly thinking a lot more before you speak, finding more patience, waiting, thinking thoroughly, make sure you say the right things that needs to be said across. There's no need to scream. There's no need to yell. It doesn't have to get to this abusive level. It can be to where you can't turn back from, and you can't ever change because it will always be there. The fact that this person has said something, you don't want to, that's crossing a boundary right there. You don't have to get to that level. You can communicate and talk like adults. And also try to really hear what your partner is saying, and even in a way to really express that you hear them is by listening to what they say, thinking about it, really trying to think about and maybe think of ways of how to better this and what you can do to make it better, and then respond to them and be like, yes, I understand, I will work on that. But also, if it's in a disagreement where this person also crosses a boundary, you should be able to share that as well and say, hey, also, I don't appreciate this being done or this being said. I would really appreciate if you wouldn't do that again. And and really show that you're not going to take that crap again. You don't have to do it aggressively, just being like, hey, this is something I need in a relationship. And and just establish that. Okay, so another thing, I know I'm talking a lot. Manipulation, I think they see this as they see you as, damn, you're very dedicated. I'll give you that. But I think they also see well-traveled person. We have fire, red. It's like there's heat being built up around their gut or stomach. That could be repressed anger that this person is having. It could be from a past thing where someone took advantage of them and it's still there, and maybe they're taking it out on you, and maybe that's why they're being so, putting all that anger on you, being like, oh, you did this to me, you're manipulating me, all this crap, when you're not actually. It's more of that's just repressed anger that this person's having, and they can't tell the difference because it's trauma. So maybe that's something it's not your problem. This is something this person just needs to work out. So that could be a thing also. It could also just be repressed, lust, I'm getting, or pain, something of that. With what they want their emotions to be is they want to find God. They want to find validation with their community, possibly with being with you, or they want to find spirituality and their ultimate power and try to become a higher self and maybe not do those shadow things or dirty things anymore. Maybe try to have a turning point and become a better person and mature and grow. I think this person wants to change, and the possible way they will go about changing is going into religion and having hope and faith through religion or spirituality. And a group. Possibly they might go to church. They could go to some sort of gathering where there's other people talking about their issues, anger management class, some sort of class where people talk about their pain or suffering, or altogether needs to let it out and wants to let it out with a group. Queen of Pentacles, this is how they see you, or how they see what they feel your feelings are for them. It said financial independence, it said self-care, and it said homework conflict. So I feel that it's more of the financial independence. So I think they believe you they could help or maybe they feel in some way you're going after them for some financial stability. Could be that they have a nice job or something, and they feel that you want to be on your own. Possibly, maybe you still live with your parents, or you live in a place that you don't want to anymore, maybe with another significant other or a friend that you don't want to be there anymore. And the vessel, this person, is like, they know you want to live with them, and possibly they feel you want to live with them is just because you want to get away from this person. It's not about, maybe they don't really feel, I think they're very scared to love or care for others. So that could be a thing as well. And then finally we have the Six of Swords. What the final future of this connection is we have resistant to change, turning point. Oh, give me one moment. Personal transition, resistant to change, and unfinished business. So I think this person isn't done yet with you. I think there's more that they want to say or more that they want to do, but maybe they are they're really fighting themselves to let it out or to express it. But I don't feel like they're done yet. I think there's something else they want to do. And possibly they feel like they're resisting to change. Or this person's, maybe they feel this person's resistant to change. They could also feel that if they continue this future, if there is a future, it would be because they're resistant to change. I wanted to say something else, but I totally forgot. It also could be just that they're personally trying to find their ultimate potential within. They've clammed up and they've drawn back from this. They don't talk, they don't say anything anymore. It also talked about maybe this person as well likes to clam up, and that word basically talks about to become silent suddenly, usually because they become embarrassed or nervous or want to stop talking about a particular subject. So maybe this person is trying to dig, and this person quickly clams up and nothing else is said. They just shuts off immediately. Anything around some sort of certain topic, it's just shut off. And that's not for you to continue to dig. If they don't want to share, they don't have to. If they don't want to change, they don't have to. It's, this is their life. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. Also, so that's with the cards. Now let's talk about these messages here. Caffeine detox. Maybe they have said to you a couple times. I don't think they talk much emotionally or much deep. They don't talk about deep things with you. They're probably very dry, very surface level. And the most that they maybe have said is, oh, you need a detox from caffeine, because maybe this person drinks a lot of caffeine and they're very energetic. And the vessel's like, bro, you need to chill out. Stop drinking coffee. They also, deep down, I think they want to say actions speak louder than words. Maybe they feel like you don't put in action for this relationship, and maybe that's why they don't feel like they could trust you. Maybe if this is the case where this is a male and this is a female, usually females are more mental, where they like to express their love with words and say things rather than do buy things or do services. And the vessel for men, if this is a male, men tend to be more physical, where they like to be bought things or to be things to be done for them, or physical things. So maybe this person said, a way to show that you care about me is to do more actions for me rather than words. Also we have, I can't wait to be on my own. Maybe that's a thing this person's wants to say deep down, like they want to be with this person, live with them, because they don't like to be with where they're at right now. And also what they say possibly out loud a lot of the time is, I will be there for you forever. They express their emotions. They say what their emotions are. They express that they love and care for this person. Maybe this person doesn't believe it though, because they don't trust words. They trust action. Okay, that was a lot that was said. I hope you have stuck with me through it all, because it was a lot. Now let's just quickly do some words. Let's pull like 2 of these. We could do 1 for the vessel. What is something the vessel would like to communicate? Something else that they would like to communicate, since we have the air cards, communication cards. 1, passionately talking. Maybe you guys have passionately talked, or you are passionately talking, but this person maybe doesn't get any deeper than that. Maybe they first saw you as a temptation, but now they're afraid because they could be getting more feelings. And that maybe they pull away because they're scared of what they feel. Maybe they don't feel validated from their friends, their family about this connection. Okay, what is something the siren would like to say? 1, 2, 3. I need to be quicker with my readings. I feel like communication is key. I think the siren really digs deep to try to get this person to communicate, but it's like they won't budge at all. It's like they're a clam. And I think one way that this person could possibly open up is by sharing something. It doesn't have to be anything deep. It could just be sharing what this person likes, or what this person wants to do in their future, or what, like, anything like that. Another thing they could do, clam, where's the clam? It just says share something. Just share something, anything. Share anything. Just talk about anything. Okay. I want to ask, is this a romantic connection? I'm using the yes or no deck. Is this a romantic connection? Is this a romantic connection? I assume that it is, because we got passionate talking, and we also talked about sex over here and lust, so I definitely assume so. 2, 3. We got sure. That's not really positive. And we also got I hope not. Okay, so with that, for some of you, sure could be like, maybe you both don't were like, whatever, like, yeah, sure, like, not really like 100% on it and being like, yeah, this needs to be. Could also be maybe you guys haven't done anything yet, and maybe that's why there's so much lust. I hope not makes me think of possible cheating or adultery. So, yeah. All right. Let's do the romantic cards. Romance that any romantic things that the vessel would like to share with the siren. Observe you from afar. We also have stalking here. So this person could definitely be like stalking rather than reaching out anymore. They could just be observing you from afar. Could be your Instagram pictures, could be, your Snapchat. Even maybe they see you at school, or see you at work, or see you somewhere at the grocery store. And I don't think they follow you or stalk you. Like, I don't think it's weird like that. I think just when they see you, they, like, observe. And, like, they'll look, but they won't, like, touch. They won't talk. They'll just walk away. Siren. What is something romantic or love-wise that the siren would like to share? It says not telling the whole truth on the bottom. I think you feel that the vessel is not saying the whole truth or not telling you the truth. It could be that they're with somebody else. Or even married, bro. Oh, God, I hope not. 2, 3. Is keeping a wall up with you. I think that's something that the siren is telling themselves and then is just thirsty. Maybe this is your higher self saying this person is just thirsty for you, and that's it. It's not that they don't share any romantic feelings, is because they don't have any romantic feelings. Or maybe they say actions speak louder than words, showing you and telling you that everything they say, or that could be maybe they are manipulative as well. And they'll say whatever you want to hear, but they don't do the actions to show that they care. It's more about just something that they want to gain from you, and that's lust, sex, stuff like that. What are the emotions from the siren for the vessel? I really think whoever's watching this really needs to listen to this. We got romanticizing. Maybe you're really thinking about this connection a lot. And honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think this person is for your highest good. I feel like they're very judgmental. I feel like they judge you for... And I don't see a higher good coming out of this. I don't think they're for your highest good. And I don't think they really care to either, which is like even more annoying. But yeah, I guess I'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for staying to this very end. I hope you found some messages that resonate with you. I'm sorry that this kind of like took a turn, but I hope it was helpful in anything that you needed to hear. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them. And also, if you like this episode or this little clip, please leave a like or subscribe, or even leave like a comment of a little mermaid fin. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile threes. If you chose the Queen of Cups, this will be your reading on what their true feelings are for you. So, I wanted to shuffle this deck. Oh, we got the Hermit and the Devil. We got Virgo, Capricorn. Alright, let's see. I wanted to shuffle this stuff on camera for you and select your cards on camera, just so you can see them come out. Alright, so the castle is supposed to represent them, so the person who we're gonna see their basically their feelings of you, and then this is supposed to represent you. That's how I've been picking them throughout the entire time. But it could also be that this is you and this is them and all that stuff. So you could read it however you like. I'm just going to be pulling these cards to represent how they see you. So the first card is going to be how they express how they see you, like how they show what they don't hide, and that they show that they see you this way, or that their feelings are this way. I should explain that better. I'm going to choose this card that they don't feel like they have to hide their feelings. This card represents the feelings that they express, that they don't hide. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. Maybe it's very difficult to communicate. 2, 3. So we got the Queen of Wands. We got fire. This could be a water sign. This could be a earth sign. Doesn't have to be though. Could just be meaning stability and finances or structure. This could be representing emotions. That this person, this is how they deal with their emotions. Okay. Next card is going to be, what feelings do they hide or don't express? 2, 3. Ace of Swords. Okay. What feelings do they wish they had for you? 2, 3. We got 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm pretty sure that's like charity case. When that's upright. I think in reverse it talks about being a people pleaser and giving too much away. Okay. Lastly, how do they see the future of this connection? 2, 1, 2, 3. 7 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. There seems to be a lot of space between the two of you. Maybe there's a lot of space, or there's been space being put in between the both of you. I do not know why. Maybe we'll see why. And then let's pull some message cards. I'm going to ask, what is something that they feel comfortable sharing with you? Could be about their emotions or just something they said recently. 2, or 1, 2. Could be tropical drinks, maybe you guys talked about. It also says "you're mean" came out in reverse, but I don't know. Maybe I should shuffle again because that was kind of messy. If that comes out again, then it's meant to be. What is something that they feel comfortable sharing? Maybe it's difficult for them to share things with you. I miss you. Their name could be starting with an H, N, or E. These could be one of the names. What is something that they don't feel comfortable sharing, that they hide? This is a sign it's not going through with it. This is a sign to not go through with it. I don't know why I can't read. And it also says not going to work out. I don't believe that they think this connection is going to work out. This also kind of came in like negative in reverse. Let's see. God damn it. It looks like it's upright. It fell upright, so I think they do miss you. Okay, what is something the orphan or the raccoon feels comfortable with sharing or has shared before? I still care about you. I think they feel 50-50 about that because it was like upright like this. I'm just gonna take it as upright. They might be scared. Okay, and what are they hiding? What feelings are they hiding? What are they not sharing? Covered in bugs, reverse. Look at your third last photo taken and focus on that. In reverse. I don't know what the hell that means. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna start off with the castle. Okay, so with the castle, I'm actually gonna talk about just in general. Let's talk about the signs that are here. So we have air sign or earth sign. My apologies. Earth sign. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I know I saw the Virgo and Capricorn sign, so that could definitely be representative of you, the orphan. And then we have the crocodile, which is a water sign, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and with the castle. We also have a lot of green here. Green could represent the love chakra, the heart chakra, possibly needing to bring love to the situation. Could also be talking about jealousy. There could be a hint or a little bit of jealousy with something. Could also mean abundance or wealth, pentacles, so the earth signs. This person could possibly have an earth sign as well somewhere else in their chart. Okay, so that's with that. And then the raccoon, you don't have to be an I keep saying air sign. You don't have to be an earth sign. You could just have an earth sign located in your chart that could be somewhat significant or coming out right now that is significant, or could be just talking about how you deal with stability or with abundance or with financial, something financially. Maybe there's a question of finances within this right now. It's also interesting to know that we have a flower in both of these illustrations. I'm pretty sure not all of them have flowers, so it's pretty unique that we have a flower in like the same exact location as both of you. I think that honestly could represent some sort of, it could represent, I guess, divine feminine, or it could represent your vulnerability. It could represent like your inner flower, your like vulnerability, or love, passion, fertility, something of that kind. But from what I'm getting, I got a little bit of the crocodile could be somebody who maybe needs to come back to their home and appreciate their home or spend time in their home, or they're because they could be a person that spends a lot of time at home. So somebody who feels comfortable at home, maybe they don't really branch out or go out and do things. Maybe they feel more comfortable being at home. Maybe they fear going out and doing things outside, or just like would rather stay inside because that's where they deem safe. I think they haven't learned that you have to get out of your comfort zone once in a while in order to grow and change. I think the orphan or the raccoon possibly was forced to learn that, or constantly is learning that. I think they are aware that in order for things to grow and to change, you must step out of that comfort zone and branch out and reach out. More with the castle, I could just read it for you actually. It says the palace, the penthouse, the fortress. This person could also feel very materialistic. Maybe they only feel worthy because of their materialistic achievements. For example, their house, their car, their whatever they bought. Maybe they only feel, valued for the things that they have or the things that they own. It says, no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses within the castle walls. It also talks about this person might be sleeping currently, or might sleep a lot, or might need to rest a lot. They might have been very tired. This talks about, going home and basically sleeping to regain energy, or coming back to something later. Like they basically go home to rejuvenate, sleep, rest. And this also talks about sleeping inside the walls, inside their safe zone, feeling safe in their house. So the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundance, abundant riches, seductive fantasies, ornate wonders, lavish ornaments, yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite literally possibly a home, or a position that projects the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lunges us within its spell of materialism. We fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel towards, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadence, deception for too long. So it's saying, like, sometimes you need to branch out. Sometimes you need to get, go past those walls and see what real life is, and really experience what, life. And stop being so, like, if you don't ever leave that safe bubble, you're never going to learn, you're never going to grow, you're going to stay a child for the rest of your life. You need to go out and experience life and put yourself through sometimes difficult, awkward, uncomfortable situations, in order to feel more comfortable in those situations. It even says, I wish I knew that quote. It was saying, like, you'll never be comfortable you'll never be comfortable being comfortable, or you'll never learn how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. You get my drift. It says, notice how all castles are designed. What the fuck? I think a firework just went off. Notice how all castles are designed to keep things out. They defend, they separate. It is like there is a connection and community beyond the walls that can revitalize you. If this card appears within the king or the queen or the maiden, know that you entered this long-lasting family dynamics that include property and power. Okay, well, that's not the case. But yeah, it's basically like just branching out of the walls. And then the crocodile talks about maybe this person has pulled away from this connection right now, and to come back to it later. Maybe they were angry, or I'm not really getting anger. Maybe feeling unsafe, or just feeling uncomfortable, or just like something, or just tired. They could just be tired. Something was telling them, their intuition was saying maybe it's best to go home, and they want to go to their safe spot, their safe haven. It's like they're locking themselves in a closet and like just hiding in there or something. I guess because they felt attacked in some way, or like they had to protect themselves or defend themselves, so they like hid away and then fell asleep to gain more energy. Maybe they've been really tired lately. And then we have the raccoon and the orphan with protection. So the orphan, possibly someone who has had childhood traumas, specifically with like their family, feeling, where is that? Did I freaking pull it out? God damn it. Okay. So the orphan, the wounded child, the abandoned, the beggar, someone who's just like study the deep and challenging energies of our time, someone who can face difficult times, difficult periods. We are ever more connected, yet facing collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from their parents, and the earth begs for our attention. We are in the time of a universal orphanage of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is a normal It's normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of the soul. Whenever it appears, take time, real time, to be present of our feelings. This card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected and quite possibly that is needed most, dear one? This makes me honestly think about, having some sort of childhood trauma or childhood difficulties that you were to face or you had to face head on. Maybe I'm kind of getting like maybe a sense of jealousy possibly from this person, of this person, because maybe this person always felt really safe at home or always felt safe within their walls of their home, and maybe this person never had that chance or never did. Maybe they had a very difficult childhood or upbringing and never really felt safe within their house or at home, and maybe a way that made this person feel safe is by being with this person in their house. Like maybe this person, in order for them to feel safe in their own home, they always like want this person to either stay over, sleep over, or just hang out until late, till they fall asleep or something, in order for this person to feel safe at home. And maybe the castle just doesn't get that, and they kind of just like brush it off and like not really be considerate of how the orphan is feeling. But also like this person, of course they're not going to understand because they haven't been through that experience. The orphan also, I think they're growing to find more stability at home, to find more of a safe haven at home. I just saw 33. 33 could be significant. More of a safe haven at home, feeling more protected at home. Maybe they've been making the efforts to try to overcome childhood traumas or letting things go. Maybe it's very difficult for them to feel safe, but they're starting to feel more protected, maybe feeling more confidence in themselves and learning to let things go, and that's what's helping them feel more protected. Also, when they're in light, I think they're both right now in their shadow selves because we have the card kind of in reverse. I think both, I'll just read both for both. When in light, they could have deep solace, deep acceptance, and deep love. They could really start loving themselves or going through a time of self-love, and learning to accept themselves and for their shadow selves and their light selves, to really love every part of themselves. When they're in dark, they could be distant. They could say hate a lot, that they hate things, or that they hate you, or that they hate a certain thing, and avoids things. Maybe they just like avoid things and just hide away from them. And they could be controlling. They could tend to become controlling because of this situation, maybe, or limiting. Maybe they become very narrow-minded or close-minded about something. Maybe this fact of feeling safe at home. I also kind of got a sense of, if it is the case that you feel safe with this person, it's like having a rough childhood and this person makes you feel safe. It's like maybe you find a representation of a parental figure from this person. It's like they can become a healthy replacement. Like deep down, maybe it's like, maybe you don't realize it, but deep down it's like they have taken the replacement of being a more of a healthier parental figure than what this person has had in the past. We also have a lot of black here. Black, the color black represented, associated with black, a variant or complex. It's linked between black, death, and the underworld, goes beyond ancient culture. They also saw the color black representing death or lingering feelings of fear. Could also be shown or represented as fertility, and could also represent spell work that is used for protection to absorb negative energy. Black could also represent a lack of color, and it could also represent all colors mixed together. So I guess that's up to your interpretation on how you want to see it. Yeah, we also have, it's also kind of like purplish here. So I think both of you guys, maybe this person is becoming a little bit more, have more intuition and opening, like after they sleep, they will open up their eye and have this intuition. But I think this person might be lacking with their own intuition. I think they're just losing the color. It could be from sadness or some sort of grieving, or just feeling tired as well, and tired of maybe trying with this relationship, this connection. With the flower, I think both of you guys maybe share this vulnerability with each other, and it's like, that is the flower. That's the one that you feel comfortable that you could be yourselves around each other with no judgment. With the raccoon, the raccoon represented somebody who is talented, shadowy, or in the hiding. Like I said, I think this person is like hiding away. Maybe, what is with these fireworks? I don't understand. Maybe, this is a little bit deep, but maybe you guys got into an argument or some sort of disagreement, and this childhood trauma kind of like came out and onto this person a little bit, to the point where this person felt like they need to leave this situation, or needed to hide away in like a closet or something, and like hide away from this person, from them like lashing out or something. And so they hid away and then fell asleep, or they went home and felt comfort and safe and protection at home. And the only protection that this person felt was when this person's there, or maybe they're trying to learn more protection. And it was kind of like symbolic to how this person would act, or what they would do when they were younger. Maybe they would hide away in a closet, or they would be scared, so they'd hide away, or just something about hiding away somewhere. I'm getting, because it says that here. And maybe they would fall asleep as well in their hiding spot. I really am sorry that you had to deal with that, my beautiful raccoon. Also, the raccoon talks about someone who is a great artist, very talented, has a tendency and skill, particularly in musical instruments. You could be very musical, or you could be or just creative tool like drawing, painting. The shadow side points to unresolved issue around self-image and success. Maybe you're having a difficult time with your self-image, or difficult time with your success, or what it means to be successful. Maybe because this person is a little bit more financially stable, this one's feeling less than because of that, and don't feel that way because it's honestly, I don't know why, I just want to cry right now. I really, I'm sorry that you're going through that, I know this, possibly is in the past, but know that people are here to support you. I'm here to support you. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. Just because you're not successful now doesn't mean you won't ever be in the future. Keep following your dreams. Just because this person maybe has a stable job doesn't mean that they're going to succeed further than you. You know, don't give up. Keep going after what you want to do. Don't give up. Like, and don't, just because people are judging you or people seeing you a certain way just because you don't have a job or you're unemployed, don't let them judge you. It's okay. You're allowed to go down the creative route. Some people are just not meant to have a day job constantly 24/7 working from 9 to 5 every goddamn day till they die, you know? I'm not trying to, no, people like, and that's fine. You don't have to live that way. If anything, this is a better route for you. Also, sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in this artist's favor. Maybe you have some sort of YouTube or have some sort of account, or you have some sort of like Instagram or some sort of following somewhere on some app, and people follow you and you use like a stage name, or maybe you're a singer or maybe you're a dancer, something where you use a stage name, I cannot speak. And it could be like you wonder maybe, oh, do people really love me for who I am, or do they just love me for the facade that I show them? So maybe that's something that this person is really contemplating. Also talks about what if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until the creative ego fear is resolved. I think this raccoon needs more self-validation rather than other validation. I think they need to start becoming more stable within themselves and knowing who they are and finding more stability within and grounding themselves. I think they really worry a lot about what other people think or what other people judge them to be. Don't listen to them. Even if it's good or negative, you should be able to convince and validate your own feelings. When they're in balance, they're a generous friend, exceptional artist. When they're out of balance, competitive, starving artist. They could be starving right now. Maybe they aren't getting a lot of views or likes or anything really much to financially support them, and they could be starving. This person could definitely be cooling off, needing to cool off, collecting their energy. Maybe their energy's been all over the place, and they could have been really cranky because they're tired. They could be a silent powerhouse. Maybe they're trying to gain more energy, more power. They could be quite patient, quite wise, quite quiet. When they're out of balance, they could feel stuck or they could lash out. To bring into balance, I think they need to take a nap. They're like a freaking baby. They're literally like a baby. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. I probably should already been talking about the tarot. It's already been 20 minutes. I know, I took my sweet time talking about the two people of this, but I hope it has helped in some way. Let's talk about the tarot. Okay, with the Queen of Wands, I think they see you as someone who has, I think that how they showed or how they expressed their feelings for you or how they see you is they see you as someone who's warm, who's sensible, gentle, faithful, balanced by strength and determination. Bro, what the fuck is happening? I'm so sorry. I don't know why I can't talk. Determination, courage, and persistence. I think they also see you as someone who has reached a place of self-respect and confidence. You know your deepest level. You have your personal truth and belief systems. You stand up for you. You're not easily moved by other people's opinions, and you define what success means to you, even if it differs from others. It also suggests that they could see you as someone being a little bit more introverted than usual. Instead of being a social butterfly and the center of attention, you prefer to linger on the sidelines and watch what's going on, which is perfectly okay. Don't put yourself to be extroverted or out there when you don't want to be. You may also feel called to spend more time alone and reconnect with your inner self and hear your inner voice. I think if you're having a lack of confidence, the Queen of Wands invites you to bring your energy and attention inward, focus on rebuilding a sense of self and your resilience. You may have handed your power over to others by paying too much attention to their thoughts or opinions. Now you need to bring your awareness inward so you could hear yourself and accept your personal strength and talents. Discover who you are and be courageous in expressing you in everything you do, even if it differs from other people's expectations. So I think they see you as someone who is being possibly turning your direction inwards more. Maybe you've been recently a little bit more introverted. You're kind of just like, you know what? I'm okay to say no. I don't have to go out right now and hang out with my friends. I'm not going to force myself to be extroverted. I'm going to say no. And you said no, and then you were hanging out, doing what you needed to do inwards, and possibly focusing on your routines or working inwards, trying to reestablish your sense of self again. And I think this person may have commented or has shared that with you. The Ace of Swords, something that they believe or think about you that they aren't sharing is they see you as someone who is always bursting with fresh ideas, creativity. You are seen whenever you can just see their eyes light up. They see your eyes light up when a new idea comes to your mind, always generating a new way of thinking, unique approaches to regular issues. They are highly analytical and logical in their approach. They enable them to be their best, and the aces cut through the heart of the matter to get to the truth as quickly as possible. So I think this person, they see you this way. Maybe they just don't share it as much or say it as much, but I think they do see you in this light. Also, when it comes to love or relationships, they could see you as a relationship with a lot of potential. This person is like a breath of fresh air. Their partnership stimulates your mind, brings into a heightened understanding of yourself and others. Also, you may have a personal breakthrough in your relationship. This new understanding will compel you to take an entirely new approach to love. Also, if you're already in an established relationship, this could suggest that you and your partner are willing to share a breakthrough moment in you both understand your connection from a new level. It's about sussing out the truth, so aim to hold more open and honest conversations with each other. It's likely will process to a new open door in the relationship and spark into different directions and generating a new exciting energy. So I think this person also appreciates you wanting to be more honest, you wanting to seek out the truth, talk about the truth. Aiming to have more open and honest communication. I think they appreciate that. For the Six of Pentacles, what they want their feelings to be is, I think they want to focus a little bit more on themselves, focusing on a little bit more self-love towards themselves. I think they want to possibly make sure to do more for themselves. It says the Six of Pentacles reverse reminds you to make sure you're also giving to yourself. They need to make sure that they're giving to themselves, or they want to give more to themselves now. Maybe they gave a lot to you or put 10% in this relationship, and maybe they need to start pulling it back and start bringing a little bit more to themselves now. A little self-care will go a long way, especially if you've been giving mode for a long time. Consider buying a little gift to show your self-appreciation for everything you've done. Maybe a massage, a beautiful box of truffles, or simply write yourself a love letter saying thank you for everything. Could also suggest that you may be giving a lot away and the other may not be giving much back. So maybe that could also be a message for the orphan, maybe to try to put a little bit more effort into this relationship in some way or another, to show and reciprocate the energy that they are giving. What else does the Six of Pentacles represents? Yeah, I mean, that's basically that's everything. 7 of Cups now. So the 7 of Cups represents alignment, personal values, overwhelmed by choices. So the future of this connection, I think this castle sees the future of this connection of possibly needing them to find more alignment, or you guys will help each other to find more alignment. There may be conflicts in the way. I saw 555 twice. So there could be some sort of conflict or instability that will be a little bit difficult, or obstacles to overcome. But in the process of doing so, you will be able to fully establish alignment within the both of you. Also, I think you both have personal values, and goals to overcome. Maybe you guys had to take some space in order to achieve those things, and maybe this person now needs to take a step back and achieve the more personal values, turn inwards, start turning towards themselves. I think they started to realize, and now they're starting to do the things that they desire, the things that they want. And also overwhelmed by choices. Maybe they don't really like to think about the future or think too much about it. I think maybe it stresses them out because there's so many different directions and options to go, so they kind of just don't think about the future. So maybe that question stressed them out a little bit about what they think the future of this connection would be. Maybe not that they feel like you guys would break up or anything. It's more of needing to on how it would go or what obstacles you may face. It kind of maybe stressed them out. Yeah, so I'm not really sure on Queen of Cups. Wait a second. Queen of Cups, inner feelings, self-care, self-love, codependency. In the other booklet, doesn't it say insecurity, dependency, dishonesty, dissatisfaction? What? Okay, that's interesting that there's... Well, I mean, this deck, that's what the deck is supposed to be. It's supposed to represent insecurity, dependency, dishonesty, dissatisfaction. So I don't know exactly what's the problem. I think more of this person wants this person to branch out more and possibly stop relying on home and having to be in their safe space in order to continue. Maybe they want them to stop being like a chicken and branch out more. But just because this person went through difficult times and had to mature quicker because of this orphanage and the childhood trauma doesn't mean... There could be a jealousy that this person feels safe at home. That could be the dissatisfaction or distaste. Try to be patient with them and understand that they lived a different life than you. Don't push your traumas onto them, and be patient with them. They will grow, they will learn, and it will take time. Give them the time. The insecurity, that could be the insecurity with that. It could also be maybe this person feels insecure because they give so much away to this person, and maybe they need to turn inward and start giving to themselves. Dishonesty, maybe there's something that's not being shared. Not quite sure what that could be. Maybe the fact that they see you as always coming up with new ideas, and they see you more logically. Maybe that's a secret that hasn't been shown. With the words down here, so something that the orphan would like or says a lot or already is comfortable saying is, I still care about you, I love you, I care about you. What something the castle is comfortable saying is, I miss you, I want to spend time with you. With this is a sign it's not going to go not go through with it. Maybe there's something that they're not sure if they should go through with it or not, and maybe it's a question or something that this person wants them to do, but they don't feel comfortable with doing, and maybe this is like they're thinking in their head to not go through with it. They don't want to go through with it. And then something that this person isn't sharing with them is, it says covered in bugs. Maybe they feel like this makes me think of, covered in bugs make me think of like being homeless or being like not having financial stability. But the opposite is, maybe it's like you don't want to depend on them for financial stability. So you kind of like, you don't want to share like, oh, I have money, or oh, like I have wealth or abundance, but you don't share it because possibly you don't want to brag or something. Okay, now let's pull some more cards, and that will be the end of your reading, pile 3. So with this, we're going to pull some cards here. This is air, representing air, and also communication. So something that they may want to communicate. Okay, do you have any more cards here? All right. What is one thing the castle would like to communicate? Why do I keep shuffling this way? It makes it so difficult for me to tell. Talking to your spirit guides, say things out loud. Maybe you need to, in order to talk to your spirit guides, you need to start saying things out loud. Like, maybe they need to start talking to themselves more to really, truly understand that they are their best friend, and they need to start treating themselves like their best friend. So speaking things out, or even just talking to the people that are there to guide them and watch over them, their spirit guides. So if you talk out loud to them, is a way to get them to understand and communicate with you, or communicate back with you. The orphan, something the orphan would like to say. Things happen for a reason. Maybe there was something that has happened that this person says this a lot. Maybe this is saying like talk to your spirit guides and say things out loud. Maybe that's like something this person needs to hear, and it's like saying like you need to find more realignment while this person is finding realignment, and this is like a piece of advice they're giving. And then things happen for a reason is like maybe there's something that has happened that made them tired or depressed in some way. And a piece of advice the orphan is giving to the castle is things happen for a reason. Okay. So for the love deck we have here, what is something the castle would like to share to the orphan? 2, 3. Wifey material. I think they see you as wifey material. I think they see a future with you, and want a future with you. I think you guys are very opposites, like, from each other, but like you guys help balance each other. You are the puzzle piece that they're missing. You know, you guys fit into each other. What is something the orphan would like to share to the castle, or something romantic that they're feeling? 2, 3. Doesn't look at anyone else in reverse. Maybe this person has been recently seeking other people's validation in a relationship. Maybe they've been looking at other possible potentials. Not that I think they're looking for somebody else. More of just maybe they feel that they're missing something from this relationship, so they're seeking out other validation or attention. And maybe that's something that this person needs to resolve, or is in the process of resolving. Because it did say that they're faithful. I don't believe that they will cheat. I think they maybe just are feeling like there's something missing. Okay, what are the feelings in this connection? 2, 1, 2. What are the feelings the castle is feeling towards the orphan? 3. Sad. They might be feeling sad about something. Maybe you should talk to them and get them to express their sadness. The orphan. Awakened. Awakened about this. Maybe after watching this video you're feeling awakened or understanding more of how you're feeling. Okay, does the castle have romantic feelings towards the orphan? 2, 1, 2, 3. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I see that as more of like, most definitely, because Wheel of Fortune's like 50-50, but the fact that it's in reverse, I guess it could be like more of like negatively, maybe not, like, I don't know, like maybe they're feeling not romantic because they're feeling sad. Let's pull another one. Do they have romantic feelings towards the orphan? Maybe they're not feeling romantic right now. Two, 3. Absolutely. Okay. So some of you could be 50-50, some of you could be that they're feeling absolutely, like, having feelings. Does the orphan have feelings towards the castle, romantic feelings towards the castle? 2, 3. Do not do it. In the opposite direction, so that'd be do it. Or maybe there's something in your head that is saying do not do it. Could be possibly looking at somebody else, maybe. Do they have romantic feelings towards the castle? 2, 3. 50-50. Okay, we got Wheel of Fortune here, and we got basically 50-50 on both sides. Yeah. So take it as it resonates. Thank you so much for staying to the very end. I hope you found some messages that resonated with you. If you have any suggestions or any piece of advice that you would like to share with me on how to make my videos better, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear anything. Just let me know in the comments. And leave like a little raccoon emoji. I would love that. And yeah, if you want to give this video a like or possibly consider subscribing, I would really appreciate that. But anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.